Yeah, it's normal to feel down in the dumps sometimes. Everybody's going to feel highs and lows in life, and at times you're going to feel sad. And that's kind of just a normal thing that people go through. Sometimes it gets to be a little more concerning, and that's when, people may be suffering from depression. A disinterest in things that used to interest you, a loss of interest in things that were pleasurable. A depressed mood. When you have a depressed mood that is going on for several weeks, 1 to 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you just can't shake it. Nothing is making you happy. You no longer have interest in what you were doing before. Maybe you start to notice that you have less energy, you're more tired, or sometimes that's the opposite and you have more energy. But most likely with depression, it's going to be that you're more lethargic. Maybe you have no appetite, or maybe you're eating more than usual. Some of those are the symptoms of depression. Maybe sometimes it shows up as a pain, but it's not described by any kind of actual physical affliction when you go see a doctor. Those are the kinds of things that maybe more is going on than just a general sadness. So in terms of women with depression, I think a lot of times women feel like women take on a lot, or they feel like they need to be able to do everything, and they take care of everyone, and maybe necessarily don't pay attention to their own feelings and where they're at and taking care of themselves. And so maybe this goes on a little too long and they start feeling sad and they don't pay attention to that. And so it's really important to pay attention to what's going on with yourself and how you're feeling and how long you've been feeling this way. And that it is okay to get help, that there shouldn't be a stigma attached to you have these depressed feelings and it's, you can't get help because there's something wrong with that. You should be able to handle it all. That's really not the case. And that's when you want to maybe talk to someone, you seek help. There's lots of counselors and groups and, places that you can go to ask for help. And the treatment for depression is most likely counseling and sometimes medication to go along with that. There are different levels of depression. There's, depression that is genetic and that people have and will have for a long time, that will kind of come and go in their lives and will be managed by medication and counseling. There's depression that is situational, that something's gone on in your life and you're going to need to talk to someone for a while. You're going to live through it and process it, and you're going to feel better. Exploring and talking about the things in your life that you may be having thoughts about. I mentioned medication is often a treatment with depression. That is something that scares a lot of people, and rightly so, because sometimes medication is a quick go-to as a treatment for depression, and that is good and bad. Sometimes medication is incredibly helpful for severe depression. And sometimes that is the only way that people will get better if they have a severe depression diagnosis and they need medication to help counseling work. If you need medication plus counseling, it's a great combination. It's a very effective treatment. Not everyone needs medication. Sometimes people just need counseling, healthy diet, exercise, all of those things working together to make people feel good and get back to where they need to be. The basic idea, though, is that when you're struggling and you're starting to feel like this is lasting longer than it should, and I'm really sad, or my mood is just not the same, and I'm not the same person that I was, it's okay to get help for that. Depression is a family issue, no matter who in the family has it. So it's important for everyone to be aware when these things are going on, to understand and recognize that they're having depressed feelings, they're having some sadness, and they need to go get help.